Hello, this is the 0K 2014, 2024, sorry. Gee. August 1v1 tournament final, upper bracket final. So there might be a game after this, there might not be. Coolcat came through the upper bracket, Pootis has come up from the lower bracket. They already played the previous game, so this is a bit of a rematch. The previous upper bracket game, that is. We've got Pootis in the bottom left. And Coolcat yet to place in the top right. Neither deciding on a factory yet. Both going jump bot factory. Interesting.
Jump mirror. Yeah.
And Kingstad is here too, running the tournament and helping cast. Constable from Pootis going for early jumping up to the cliff to do some expansion. Coolcat going for Pyro. Then into a Constable. Pyro second for Pootis. With the Guardian Commander as well. Not sure we've seen that yet in the few games we've managed to see. So he gets the drone, which can help with defending against raids early. Coolcat going for the Engineer Commander with a bit more build power, but moves slower.
I should say that I'm here. Hello, I'm here.
I think I said you're here. Yeah.
Yeah, but I should say something myself.
Yes. The Pyro will incept the other Pyro. I believe the running away Pyro...
Jump. Where are you jumping? Oh well.
They're both at 137 hit points.
Like, precisely. Huh.
Yep. It's very well calibrated retreat range removal for Pyro. So that would have been a trade as the flame flies through the air. And a trade is probably good for Pootis because it'll be in his base, of course, and he's got a bit more expansion. No turrets at the moment, so very vulnerable to that Pyro moving around. But the Pyro will run home, probably get repaired by the look of things. Pootis,
I will
for some
say
reason,
Jump Factory is the factory I can be the most greedy with, because Constables are so good and versatile that I can spam them more than other constructors.
yeah. But their slow beam's quite good at turning the tide.
Yeah, if a Pyro comes close to a Constable, and there's a friendly Pyro nearby, then enemy Pyro is completely cooked.
However, the Constable might get cooked by the flame.
He just needs to slow him once and then jump away. So,
We're just checking for expansion, but Coolcat counters by not expanding in that direction.
Oh, that's...
Is Coolcat... the Pyro's jump is on cooldown, so...
It didn't see the radar? Huh.
No.
Odd.
So two Pyros coming in. I don't think two Pyros beat a commander when one of them's got half health, especially not with this other Pyro.
Yeah, I don't think they do that
So they
anyway.
will poke around and then run away, but there's 3 metal extractors on the north. Oh dear, the Pyros have jumped in,
Oh well.
which probably spells their doom. Yeah, the commander helping out. This Pyro burning this metal extractor to death, but by not damaging the other Pyro, dies itself. Are you deciding live? Yes, it's the final of Coolcat wins. It's the final. Right, it's BO1 of Coolcat wins, having come through the upper bracket. Because you're giving him his extra life.
Yeah, I mean, it's like best of 3, except they did their first battle ages ago.
True, they did do the first battle earlier. Although if Pootis had been defeated in the lower bracket, it would be a different story. But that's okay. We have sneaky pyros around the south, but Pootis has decided not to lose to that. My rule of thumb is one Lotus is probably going to beat a pyro. If you really want to go for it, a pyro can win, but in a complicated situation with a constable involved, probably not. So these 3 Lotuses are fine. The issue is the main
Lotus
base.
A constable.
The constable jumped away. If these 2 pyros had run to the left into the main base, there's no turrets there. There was only 1 pyro. They could have destroyed the main base, potentially. Oh, the pyros are bunched up, which is going to cause them to take the AoE fire damage. And then these 2 come in to finish the job.
Pootis is doing alright so far. Though still making only pyros, while Cool has gone over to moderators.
Switched into moderator. Moderator plus pyro. Very good against pyro. Oh yes,
That's
drones.
a good point.
Silent AO
commenting. The double drones could get annoying.
This moderator shoots every few years, right? Yeah, 10 seconds. Ooh, are these pyros? These pyros can kill this commander if they don't AoE themselves by hugging it.
Oh, they take him.
They're not scorches.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
He dies, right? He dies.
Auto regen.
Come on, he dies.
Okay. The auto regen was not enough to counter the flame.
But
that was expensive. What was that? That
was expensive.
6 pyros?
Wasn't it 5? Maybe it was.
That was a lot of pyros. We can check.
But now he gets to raid the anchor expansion in the north.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He needs to retreat with his commander. Right the frick now.
Yeah.
Run away. No, the pyros shouldn't be going back. They should be raiding up the north. Yeah. Well, okay, I guess they saved the commander. So, okay. Not bad at all. Still, 1 pyro could have killed those mexes up north. Like, they're just sitting there.
Yeah, those 3 mexes.
Ooh, there's a sneak attack happening way down south.
It's in range of one of these Lotuses, but not the others. And the factory has no turrets around it. He's seen it.
There, so it's fine. Yeah.
Losing a pyro going through the Lotuses, but it's got 2. These 4 pyros should deal with it, but of course chasing raiders in your own territory is tricky. Pyros are north, killing moderators. Pretty good.
I think Pootis is winning.
I think Pootis is doing quite well. He's got the commander kill. He's got this center. He's got this reclaim ready to go.
He's got so much reclaim that he's currently dominating.
If Pootis sends 2 pyros north, 2 pyros south, then he's doing really well. As it stands, Coolcat's got a bit of income to figure out a way to switch into this.
Coolcat has got the bottom corner expansion.
Pootis is trying to make a way for his entire base to explode.
What the frick? There's the singularity being built. And I'm not joking.
As in, he is a
But
10 metal
doing
off.
it earlier?
Singularity feels like a lot. A fusion would do him
It's
completely
such a
fine.
big jump in investments. It doesn't have a fusion or anything. Straight to singularity. Out in the
Fusion
open, by
would
the
be
way.
fine. But no, that's the fun thing. There's no tech restriction on this. You can, if you think it's singularity time,
Welcome to 0K.
it's singularity time.
If you think it's singularity time, it's maybe. I guess he figured he had so much reclaim, but
Oh,
It's
I'm
so risky,
actually jumping
though.
that pyro up before it dies. 21 hit points.
Yeah, was that manual or does he have the widget?
It's got to be manual. I wouldn't trust the retreat thing.
Nah, me neither. Although I have fought it and been very frustrated thinking I was wasting the opponent's APM, but nope. Lots of stuff was just happening automatically. Oh, well.
If it's a giant team game and you've got some units you want to sort of be fairly happy off the side, maybe, but he's got one front. There's no way he's doing it on one front.
And Juggernaut was changing his fire mode, like continuously. Pull, drag, pull, drag.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is the Singularity Reactor, and Pootis will immediately start accessing most of the energy away.
Well, overdriving it away.
Well, no, the Singularity is not linked to anything.
Yeah, well, but he's gonna connect it, right?
He's got to connect
it.
Yes. I added a graph for this very purpose a few updates ago. We've got the energy excess graph. Look at it.
Okay, he's getting a pylon. Energy excess graph.
Yeah, there's an energy excess graph now. It's at 4,000 energy excess already.
That's a sheer wall right there.
Yeah. We'll keep track of this graph until that pylon gets built. 69,000. That might be the final value.
7,000.
Instant orange grid.
Takes a bit to go to the next tick. Oh, that's orange. That's orange.
Yeah. But if we look at the overdrive, that's good overdrive. As in, it's got to be good overdrive because it was predicted to pay itself back in about 3.5 minutes. So it's got a... It's a big, big expense. It's got to have lots of overdrive to do that.
It's flattened out. The axis is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about that, there's now... If you look at the army value, Coolcat has come back while Pootis was doing that.
Yeah, well, he needed to do a lot more in the meantime while that Singularity was being built. At this point...
Yeah, Pootis has to avoid losing while the Singularity pays itself back because it was finished about a minute ago, only connected about 30 seconds ago. It's got 3 more minutes until it has actually made more metal than it cost.
Yeah, now he's just pumping out units at such a rate.
Still has not killed this in the top left.
There's still a bunch of mexes missing close to Coolcat's base.
Yeah, Coolcat has been raided quite well. Actually, this mex, has it ever been built? It's probably been reclaimed, the wreckage. Coolcat going into...
Not sure about that.
A shieldbot factory, though. Not sure why do that rather than just get a Firewalker. It seems like a good situation for Firewalker.
Firewalkers are great.
Pootis really needs to be reclaiming this 10k on his doorstep.
That's a lot of Lotus. Seems, well. I guess there's a lot of Pyros. And he can afford it. And his grid is only growing, becoming more and more efficient.
Yeah, it's down to orange, down to yellow now, getting even more overdrive.
I think this means we get another round.
I think so. I'm not sure an early shield ball can... This shield ball is very good against Pyro and pretty good against Moderator.
Oh yeah, Pootis
but
Firewalker.
Firewalker's coming in. Bottom right expansion's being killed.
Wait, they both switched to shield? Okay. Okay.
It's quite good progression.
Air
is quite good too, but it's always nice.
Aspis versus Firewalker, at least.
It's always nice to see switching from ground factory to ground factory, right?
Yes.
Air is nice that it can be a switch, and it's sort of the standard because it opens up the whole AA game. But having enough synergies is nice between ground units.
Yeah, air switch is probably almost always the right answer, but it's nice with a bit of change.
Well, these moderators are quite good against air.
Yeah.
But this Firewalker costs more than a factory to start with, so it is a switch almost in itself. But it's pretty good against moderator balls. They're very flimsy. Quite good against rogue too.
Finally, the top expansion in the corner is falling to a constable.
Yep. That's how you do offensive defense.
Best offense is.
Let's have a look at that overdrive graph again. Yeah, that's good overdrive. And Pootis is... What's that Jack doing? Oh well, he should watch that.
But come on, had Coolcat done, standard air switch, he might have gone Ravens. He might have blown up that singularity reactor.
It is, yeah, only 5 Ravens to kill that.
Yeah, air is pretty hard to argue with. At least when it's a surprise.
And Coolcat has got the largest shield ball for now. But Coolcat resigns. We'll see this singularity reactor and wonder what is going on. Yeah, metal production is actually, you can see a slight inflection point there. Where base extraction is quite even, so they had similar expansion. This top left stayed alive for far too long, just completely open. Look at the overdrive graph, just sudden overdrive. Good reclaim in the mid game here, getting that commander kill for Pootis. A little bit of excess, a reasonable amount of excess around, actually for Coolcat around that commander kill. Energy income spiking, of course. The excess energy, a little bit after the commander kill, as it's hard to balance things out before you get a storage. And so much defense from Pootis. Otherwise, quite an interesting game. And we're on to the finals, because everyone has now lost at least one game in the tournament.